I'm excited to welcome on a top prospect in 2023, Shawn Simmons. What's going on today, bro?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Well, I mean, you've now got your first Division One offer. You've had a lot of interest recently, but to have that first offer, man, take us to that story. What was it like learning that you got that offer?
Actually, I was asleep and I got a FaceTime from my coach. He usually don't FaceTime me, so I was like, it got to be something important. And he was like, yeah, the head coach called him and extended the full offer. And I just told my mom, and we were just happy about it the whole day.
So did he wake you up out of your sleep then, or did you kind of see it after you woke
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, I seen that. I woke up like 5 minutes later because my little cousin, he was sleeping downstairs. He heard my phone ringing, so he said somebody called you, and I called him right back, and he just told me the news. And then I think I had a workout with him later that day too.
That's awesome. So you have one offer down now. You have interest though from a lot of those schools. Take us to who's kind of
Yeah.
showing you the most interest that you know about.
It's a lot of school like down south, like Virginia Tech, Georgetown. There's a few schools around here like St. Joe's. What other schools? Temple. Yeah, it's a lot of like local schools that show interest so far.
Gotcha. And so you look at all these places. I mean, ultimately, a defining factor for a lot of guys is the option of staying close to home. Is that something that you're going to consider? Would you like staying at home or somewhere close to home?
Like I'll consider it, but like I'd rather like probably go somewhere a little bit farther than home because I've been here most of my life. And
Mhm.
it's like I'd rather get away.
Absolutely. And I mean, so out of all the schools you just mentioned, who would you say are some of the schools that you think are the closest to giving you the offer?
Probably St. Joe's.
Hmm. That's big time. And when you look at all these colleges, I mean, what's the one or couple things that you're really looking at that you really want to see from a college?
I would like a genuine coach that actually wants to see the best for me, and like a good team, a family like foundation. Like everybody loves each other, and like there's like no like egos on the team, and nobody's scared about who scores the most points. And he's the one that won. I like winning, so I want to be on a winning team. And I just want good coaches, good like staff that helps out no matter what. And if you leave, they could call me at any time, no matter what.
And so would you say possibly teaming up with anyone? Is that something that's appealing to you?
I would like to play with some of my like teammates I play with now because like we have a good connection. But that one like this out my decision where I would go just because one of my teammates play at a certain place. So I was going to do what's best for me.
Who would you say would be like one or two guys that you'd say would probably fit you the best or you kind of play the best with?
Probably my AU teammates John or KJ, Kwame Evans.
No doubt. Let's talk about that. I mean, you're obviously with Team Durant. You guys would have had a load
Yeah,
team, would have competed for a peach game this past year. What went the
yeah.
decision though? Why did you want to go play for Team Durant?
When they first called me, it was like I felt like the love already, like after the first call, and then we met, and then it was like they stood out from all of the other teams that wanted me to play for them, and then we had like a tryout, and then I just fit in with the team, and everybody like knows their role, and nobody try to do what they're not good at, and we all just like gel like at our first tryout, so I just felt like it was a team for me.
You mentioned KJ. He's a special player as well. What's it like playing with him?
It's good because everybody they all see it as a threat, so like they have to worry about everybody. So we could go get yours at a certain time. Everybody on the team could get like scored 15 and plus at any given night. So it's like if you're not scoring, your teammates will. It's like you don't gotta do most of the work all the time.
And AAU wise, I mean, what's it looking like? I know some guys are having open runs with the team. Some guys are doing a different team
Yeah.
camp. Some are playing some tournaments. What's the AAU season gonna look like for you from here on out now?
Actually, we started up our own place at this St. James. It's like every weekend for like I think to the end of September, like 8 weeks. And it started like 2 weekends ago, and it's like good competition. Like New World's in there, Philly Pride. Who else? Team Mello. There's a lot of good competition in there.
So what if like just getting back on the court, getting back to playing again?
That felt good seeing like after all the hard work we put in practicing for 2 months straight with no tournaments. It felt good to see how we actually played like on the court together.
No doubt. I mean, let's talk about high school. You had a pretty solid year for your freshman year, 14 and
Yeah.
9 record. But why did you choose to want to go to Friend Central?
It was good academics, and that's one of my big things for my parents is academics. And it challenged me on the school and the basketball court. And then I had good teammates with me, and it was a good support system from the coaches and the front office at my school. And they always supported me through everything. So I felt like it was a good decision.
Now, take us through the course of the year. I mean, there's always ups and downs to every year. What kind of was the season like? Kind of break it down for us.
We started off strong. We like went like a 4-0 win streak, and after the first loss, it was like bad feeling. And then we had to get back in the gym, and we were working. And then I think we won the next game after we lost. And after that, it was like a roller coaster. We would go on some streaks, and then we would lose. But we always had like to get back up. And we played a lot of good teams this year too. So we played like West Town and Hill School, and we competed pretty good against most of the good teams. But it was like it challenged us, and as a freshman, it pushed me as a show that I'm good, even though I'm just a freshman.
You look at all these games this past year. You mentioned West Town's a big time team. Who was your favorite
Yeah,
team? What was your favorite game of the year?
favorite game, it was probably Shipley. It's like our school rival, and they didn't beat them in the past 3 years, and it was my seniors their last time playing them in the regular season. We played them away. I think it was the first play of the game. I got a putback dunk on somebody. And I knew we were going to win, and then we won by like 5 at the end of the game. And one of our best players got fouled out too. Ed, he got fouled out in like the third quarter. So the bench players, they stepped up and helped us big time towards the end.
Now, you mentioned West Town, a couple of the big teams. When you go up against guys that are proven upperclassmen guys, like West Town has a few of those, what were some things that you kind of learned from guys like Jalen, guys like Frank? What's some like things you kind of learned from them that you kind of applied now to your game?
I learned Jalen. He has a good pace in his game, like change his speeds, and it really works for him. Frank, I didn't really learn too much because he plays like a totally different position from me. So it's like, I really know how to put my bag from him. But Jalen, that's my guy. We work out sometimes, and we just like compete every time we play against each other.
Without a doubt. And so you're not going to go into your sophomore season. How do you look to grow? I
Yeah.
mean, what's kind of the numbers you expect to have for next season?
I want to. If we do have a season, I'll probably want to score 1,000. I think I need like 500 something more points.
Mhm.
That's definitely a goal for next season. I want to lead the team in assists and rebounds, and I just want to have a good overall record and improve from last year's record.
You coming in as a freshman this past year, you got yourself a big time role. You were one of the main factors on the team. How were you able to do that at such a young age?
A lot of hard work and the summer workouts with my teammates. They like tell me what to expect from like, the league that we play in, and I'll give it to my teammates and my coaches. They help me prepare super good. Like before the season started, they tell me what to expect, and it was really what happened. So I was like prepare for it from the summer workouts.
You being an elite player, I can already imagine a lot of the big prep schools, national schedule schools, probably started reaching out to you. Are any of those
Yeah,
options something you might look at down the road?
I'll probably look at them, but I really don't want to move too far from like now as a young age. But I will look at them.
Gotcha. And you got 3 more years of high school left. What do you want to accomplish? What's your biggest achievements before you graduate?
I definitely want to bring a title to my school, like rather it be a state, a city, or like a league championship, because they have one in like the past 10 years. I definitely want to leave my mark on the school before I leave.
That's big time. You are part 2023. During this quarantine
Yeah.
time that ESPN had their first top 25, obviously there wasn't much to really judge off of because there was no AAU and a lot of stuff was up in the air. But you look at your class, where do you see yourself kind of rank up in them?
At least like top 15, top 10.
And 2023 is a special year. A lot of high profiles, kind of a new era of social media wise based on this class. What's like being a
Mm.
part of that?
It's like it's good because you get coaches just seeing you off of like the Twitter or Instagram. They don't have to see you in person no more before you get the offer. But it's definitely good because you put yourself out there for more exposure than them having to come see you in person. They get hear about you over like a retweet, and they just see your profile and just get interested off of that.
Without a doubt. And I mean, as you go back to the college thing, it's going to be a couple of years till you really start heavily going into this process. But you did mention the coach aspect earlier. What are you looking for in a coach? What's some of the characteristic traits you want to see in a coach, and what's kind of the game plan you want to see from a coach?
Like a game plan, like push the ball. I like running in transition. Like when you just let us play, like don't like yell at us when you like miss a bad shot. It's hard to get back up and just keep pushing. Like my AU coach, like he doesn't like get on us for like doing something bad. He just as long as you play defense, he's good with it. If you miss a bad shot, he just tell you you're good. You're gonna make the next one. And like coaches that's like always have your back. Like they always have your back no matter what. Like they go at the rest for you, all that.
And how about a program that you see a coach or a program is able to get guys at your position to the NBA? How much of a plan does that make a program to you?
Hey, if I see like a success, I know they have success in their program. That pushes a lot. I know they put me in a position where I can grow and not just hold me back as a player.
Who would you say are some guys that you kind of model your game after, you take pieces from and put into your game?
I watch a lot of Jason Tatum and Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, like he has a lot of athleticism, like I do. And he can change his space and score on all three levels. And I watch Jason Tatum because of his length and it's like his body type is like kind of like mine, like 6'7", 6'6". He can score like off the dribble, catch and shoot, and get to the basket easy.
You mentioned athleticism aspect. That's something that you obviously are super athletic. How did you start learning how to utilize that into a game?
My dad used to get on me all the time when I didn't use my length and athleticism, so he just like engraved in me from like 8th grade and up. Cause I used to be taller people until I got to high school. So you like you're the tallest person on the court. You got to use your athleticism. Even when I got into high school and I wasn't the tallest person, I was used to like using my long strides and Euro steps. So it was like my dad really helped me use my length a lot.
That's big time, man. A couple things I like asking everyone before I wrap up is I'm talking about building a legacy. I mean, that's something I think everyone wants to do. So when you do walk away from the game someday, what do you want your legacy to be for what you achieve both on the court as well as off of it?
I want to be known as like a good person on and off the court. I don't want to be like have that bad persona, and like I want to be help my community after if I have a chance to. I definitely want to give back a lot. I like giving charity. Me and my mom do charity a lot on the weekends, like give the homeless and all that. I want to be known as like a caring person.
That's awesome, man. Take us a little bit more about that. I mean, I know some guys obviously take a lot of pride in giving back and all that, but you just talked about that with your mom giving back to the homeless. When that kind of
Yeah.
started, what kind of take us through that?
It's like she usually like she works someplace and like they on Fridays they have like food that they don't use throughout the week and they always keep refrigerated and she gives it and they give it to her and we go down like down the street at like a terminal and it's like the big place for the homeless. They all stay there a lot, so we just give out the food and like packages.
That's awesome, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on today, my guy, and I look forward to seeing what God's got next for you, bro.
All right, thank you.
Anytime, man. You always welcome on, man. God bless.
All right, you too.